Thank you. My name is Sarah Triplett, and I serve as the Director of Public Policy for Creative Many Michigan, which many of you may previously know as ArtServe Michigan. We are the leading statewide advocate for the creative sector in Michigan. Last year, we changed our name to better align with our mission to develop creative people, creative places, and a creative economy for a competitive Michigan. The name Creative Many aligns our identity with the expanding portfolio of our work today, advancing public policy, advocacy, research, professional practice programs, resources, and communications, all aimed at positioning the arts, culture, arts education, and the creative and design industries as essential forces in Michigan's economy, the vitality of our communities, the education of our children, and our prosperity of people statewide. I have the honor of being here today, speaking on behalf of Creative Many Michigan, and would like to take a moment, if I can, to acknowledge those staff people who are here today from Creative Many Michigan, because we all know the work is not done by one person. Cezanne Charles, our Director of Creative Industries, Shivangi Pandya, our Director of Lawyers for the Creative Economy Services, and April Liu, our Office Manager. And of course, you will see Sarah Nesbitt roaming around with the camera. She is a very, very talented communications consultant for Creative Many in the back. So, hey to Sarah Nesbitt. Jennifer Goulet, our president and CEO, wish she could be here today, but she is leading the charge on behalf of Creative Many, the Creative Many team back at the South by Southwest Festival in Austin. For those of you who may not know, but Creative Many Michigan this week has been working to cultivate a house at South by Southwest. For any of you who are Olympic fans, you know how they have a Sweden house, or an Austria house. We decided to kind of take the same kind of feel down to the South by Southwest Festival and do a Michigan house full of Michigan music and products, design, creativity, and I have lovely stories to tell all of you about how tremendous it was, but feel free to come talk to me afterwards because we're already planning for next year and I'd love to share. I myself did some wrangling to be here today because we are proud to be partnering with the Arts Alliance for this conference. We strongly believe in the power of the creative economy in Michigan. The power of innovation and entrepreneurship runs deep in Michigan, and the creative and design industries have long been a significant contributor to our state. The birthplace of groundbreaking musical genius, the source of pioneering entrepreneurship from the auto industry to furniture design, the arts, culture, and creativity are deeply rooted in Michigan's history and are a vital contributor to our state through job creation, tax revenue, business development, talent attraction, and retention, just to name a few. And today, Michigan's creative and design industries are providing new opportunities for economic growth across the state through entrepreneurial startups, small business development, job creation, the industrial supply chain, and competitive export opportunities. We strongly believe that the spirit of creativity is essential to Michigan's comeback and economic revival, and we're working to do our part to accelerate these efforts. I am thankful to be here today to share just one component of the work that we do in the research. And you will find on your table, my lovely husband has volunteered to be Vanna White for me today. We are working in tag team, our first conference ever on the same stage. So these are just two of the reports that you'll find on the table. A lovely Vanna, right? So early in the morning. We're very lucky here today. Straight from East Lansing, Michigan, that one. Just wanted to share a little bit of the research which has been used in communities across the state to make the case for investment in the arts and culture, to combat arts education programs being cut, and to open the doors to establish new partnerships, just to name a few. I share these with you so that you know that ways that you can use them in your own communities. Just to give you a brief snapshot, feel free to talk to me afterwards. I want to make sure I'm on time here, but one of the reports that we did, Creative Many Michigan, we're pleased to share our newest Creative State Michigan nonprofit report with you. That's the smaller one-pager, which came out just a few weeks ago. This is the 4th edition in a series, once again featuring data from a growing sets of arts and cultural nonprofit organizations across the state that participated in the Cultural Data Project. The 2015 Creative State Michigan report demonstrates the incredible impact that Michigan's nonprofit arts and cultural organizations bring to our state's economy, the vibrancy of our communities, education of our children and audiences statewide. This was compiled using fiscal year 2012 data. And one thing that's really important to note, and actually I'm going to flip back between slides for you, but it's important to note that this represents only an estimated 18% of the nonprofit arts and cultural organizations in Michigan. So the numbers you see represent only 18%. And so needing to get more information to CDP to show the broader impact of the arts and cultural organizations across the state. But you'll see just having this information from 407 nonprofit organizations show that it is over it's $595 million, so almost $500 million in expenditures in spending in the state. It's $199.6 million in salaries. That's over 25,900 jobs in the state, and that's contributing $15 million in payroll taxes to our state. Almost 3 million school children experienced arts and cultural venues and events, and that includes over almost 25,000 youth and school group visits. And this is at a time that we all know that arts education programs are being cut across our state. So it's essential to be able to provide these opportunities to children. This is one of my favorite statistics, that nonprofit arts and cultural organizations welcomed more than 25 million visitors to arts and cultural institutions across the state of Michigan from those 18%. So we know this number is really small compared to the real number. And that's enough to fill Comerica Park 618 times. 68% of those visits were absolutely free. An important thing to note is that as we talk about Michigan and pure Michigan tourism, that the fact that nearly $2.5 billion in our state in 2012 was spent on arts and cultural tourism. So arts and cultural tourism, it's $2.5 billion. That is more than golfing, boating, hunting, hiking, fishing, and sporting events combined. That's right. This information has been used to make the case to lawmakers. It's positioned us to be able to speak directly to lawmakers in a way that really wasn't available to us at a time when funding for the state, specifically through the Michigan Arts and the MCACA, the Michigan Council for Arts and Cultural Affairs, was at an all-time low of $2.56 million at a time when it was over $26 million annually. It was drastically cut. At that low time, we needed a way to be able to speak the language of lawmakers, and this has been instrumental to get us to a point where we actually have funding for the council at it's at $10.15 million in fiscal year 2016. So we know that this information is working. Thank you. So as a part of this, we knew, that the information was vital, but that with we knew we were only telling part of the story, that yes, nonprofit arts and cultural organizations really are the heart of the work that we do, but that there's a broader creative sector. And with the aim of cultivating growth opportunities for Michigan's creative economy, both the for-profit and nonprofit, in spring 2013, Creative Many embarked on a new research project in partnership with the Creative Corridor Center and Data Driven Detroit to comprehensively define and measure the influence of the creative and design industries to Michigan's economy and in key regions. Released in January 2014, Creative Many's first creative industries report provided a comprehensive snapshot of Michigan's creative and design industries, sole proprietors, individual artists, independent creative entrepreneurs, for-profit and nonprofit businesses, and really looking at those in core industries such as advertising, literary publishing, print, design, film, audiovisual, broadcasting, and architecture. And what we found was that in 2011, the creative industries put nearly 75,000 people to work in 9,758 businesses in Michigan. That's nearly 3% of state employment totals and 4.6% of total businesses in leading core industries. That's $3.6 billion in wages to the creative economy in 2011. And what we all know in this room is that jobs in the creative and design industries are only growing. As a part of the next stage of our work, and then the last thing that I'm going to leave you with today is that we are pleased to share that the Creative Many has been awarded a grant funds from the U.S. Economic Development Administration through its local technical assistance program to conduct a second phase of comprehensive research, analysis, and reporting on the extent, composition, and contributions of Michigan's creative and design industries statewide and in key regions, including Detroit, Ann Arbor, Flint, and Grand Rapids. providing a solid foundation for the development of economic strategies to cultivate growth opportunities for creative and design jobs and businesses. This phase 2 will focus on updating research and data analysis, benchmarking Michigan against other states, engaging state and regional creative industry leaders and stakeholders in evaluating findings, and we seek to position our phase 2 findings and recommendations as a framework for the development of state and regional economic development priorities, strategies, and investments to strengthen and grow jobs and businesses across Michigan's creative and design industries. So with that, I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure to speak with you today. We look forward to working together to position the arts, culture, and creativity to inspire, change lives, transform communities, fuel the economy, and position our state and its people for growth and prosperity into the future. So thank you. I'm really enjoying the mic today, so I'd like to thank Deb for letting me share that. I wanted to, everybody out there, if you can, if you're sharing information about today, please feel free to share all your tweets using the hashtag MICreativeCon2015. That's hashtag MICreativeCon2015. So please keep sharing your information. And with that,